That's how we're going to start this one. It's John Johnston with a post-game reaction to the 6-2 loss by Nebraska in the Fayetteville Regional to Arkansas. Game 7. If I had to sum this up in one soundbite, one quick thing, it would be this. I am surprised that we stayed with Arkansas as long as we did in that game. I really am. They brought in the best pitcher in college baseball, and it didn't help that we just swung away. And I get it. The cutter pitch he has looks like one thing, and then it's another. But we swung, and we swung, and we swung, and then we swung some more. And we played well, except for the swinging part. And it was really kind of, you got that it was only kind of a matter of time that we could hold them off. And it was just, you know, at least we fucking made them earn it. That's what we did. We got sent into a regional where we kind of looked at it and went, well, I guess we won the Big Ten. We get to, for our reward, we get to go play Arkansas, the best team in the nation, at their home field. You could feel a lot of things about this game. You could feel really disappointed in the way it turned out. You could feel angry at the strike zone or the way the game was played. But really, the honest-to-God truth, and maybe this is because I'm an old crusty man, or as some people would say, an old crusty son of a bitch, that this was a really good baseball season for Nebraska. We were picked 8th to finish in the Big Ten. We won the conference, and we won it convincingly, and we played really well, and it was an incredibly fun team to watch. And this is the first full year of Will Bolt for Nebraska baseball. That's something to be really excited about, because Nebraska baseball is, you know, it's fun. I don't pay any attention to baseball at all. I don't follow the major league. I don't give a shit who gets drafted. I don't know the names of most of those guys. And I don't care. But college baseball, I love. Why? Well, one reason is it finishes in June, and it doesn't run into football season like those other assholes. Speaking of June, it'll be interesting to see if Arkansas makes it to Omaha, if they get the same welcome reception that they've always had before, or if Nebraska fans are going to be like, screw you guys, you can go to hell, and then we're all mad and angry at them all the time. Because, you know, baseball fans, well, not baseball fans. I'll tell you a quick story. Years ago, Netherlands played Spain in the World Cup. It's soccer. I know. You don't follow it. Just what Netherlands versus Spain. My oldest son dated a girl whose parents were Scottish. And we went over to their house to watch the World Cup. Everybody went around the room to say who they were for. Everybody was for the Netherlands, of course, except my youngest son, who said he was for Spain because he had to be anti-me. And the Scottish mother looked at him and said, they sent an armada after us. And the father said, we sunk their ships. And right then, at that moment, I realized that nothing in sports you ever have to let go. I mean, if these people can hold on to centuries of a grudge against Spain for the Spanish Armada, we got nothing on that. We swung away. We couldn't hit the ball. The offense was stymied. Arkansas won, and they move on. And that's really it. You could look at it, and you could do the Nebraska thing where you go, oh, this happens to every Nebraska team ever, where we poop ourselves on the biggest stage possible. You know what? That happens to everybody, pretty much. I mean, if you go into the basketball tournament, you don't finish number 1, your season ends with a loss. Nebraska made it all the way to this thing, pretty much about the same way they did against Oklahoma State, trying to get the last super regional. It's pretty hard, and it was a good year. Some concerns, they rolled out Kevin Kopps again, and he pitched like 754,000 pitches this weekend. And I guess, you know, there are a lot of people complaining that maybe they blew his arm up for college baseball and he'll never get drafted or be ruined for the major leagues. I don't know. You know, I guess you wait and see. You kind of sometimes wonder if should there be a pitch limit in college, but that's for another day. Kendall Rogers tweeted, Kendall Rogers from D1 Baseball, one of the top national writers, tweeted, let me get some serious props to Husker baseball. I knew those guys were legit coming into this regional, and frankly, they should have hosted. Thanks, Big Ten leadership, for no non-conference games. Thanks, Big Ten leadership. Or really, that's kind of an oxymoron now, isn't it? Will Bolt has the big red on the right path, folks. And I think that's true, and it's something to look forward in the future, to see what happens with Nebraska baseball and what happens with the Super Regionals and the College World Series. Like I said earlier, is Arkansas going to get the same welcome reception because of Dave Van Horn that they used to get? Or are we going to remember those pig suey cheers with anger and hatred? We're officially moving into the off season. The baseball season is over. Go Big Red.